Hello guys and girls, this is another review done by me, Caster 0007, regarding the G980 of G&G. I'm gonna take a deeper look onto the magazine, on the internals, and how I reduced the FPS problem that I have. I was go from 600 FPS, which is too hard. I went down to a 490. Okay, so let's get started. Zooming in on the magazine. Right, so this is the actual magazine. In front you see the BB holder, inside there's a spring, you load on top. Take a deeper look. Okay. On top you can slide it off very easily. I already disassembled one to make it a little bit quicker. This piece is the outlet of the gas, of the CO2. I took it apart. It's this brass ring with a rubber sealing. That is the spring that is inside, because that can move once you get the bolt sliding up and down to load the BB. This goes up and down. Then here in the back, this is the trigger system with the valve inside. I also took it one apart, and what you can see here, same piece. Now you can see the internals, which are going like this inside. In the front there's still a bulb inside, so I cannot open it, but you get the idea that the bulb goes inside this way, and screw it on top with this, the same screw. Screw it tight, and that's all you need to do for loading and shooting with the rifle. Now, the issue that I'm having with the FPS problem is first on this outlet. Normally this brass ring inside is not included. I customized it because I wanted to see what effect this gave me when I put in a smaller ring. Maybe not half, but it could be half. This gave me a lot of FPS less, like 80 FPS lower when I was shooting. And now I'm gonna zoom in. You can see there's a copper ring inside, a brass ring, which is customized. I bought it in a shop, and I had to have a better look like this, but it was still not enough, so I made a second one, put it inside, then the ring, because this one is very loose, the second one, and you see it's even more closed than it's supposed to be. Still not enough, still shooting too hard. Then what to do? I was taking a deeper look on the valve system. Let's see if I can sharpen it a little bit. And this is a trigger system. If you pull the trigger, it hits here and it goes open, so that the gas, I'm going to take it out, you have two holes. I hope you can see it clearly. Like this, you see two holes. You can see the light going out. Okay, this is where the gas goes in, goes out to this outlet. What I did, if you loosen up the spring, that means that the trigger system has the time limit of closing is larger. If you tighten up the spring, the time limit of closing is shorter, and that is what you'll need to get lower FPS. And how you do that? Because I customized another ring, because normally it comes like this. This is standard by G&G. Okay, so it is like this with this piece, of course. It is like this. Now what I did, I wanted to tighten up the spring, so I customized a plastic ring like this one. I sanded it down with hard paper to the exact same measurements of this brass ring of the spring, like this. As you can see, it has the same size. Approximately, it can be a little bit smaller, but not too small because of the spring. First I put it on like this, then the spring, the brass ring, then the sealing. I've put it all together in one magazine, and I'm shooting now 490 FPS. So the two adjustments that I made for the outlet on the magazine with the brass rings and the plastic ring inside of the valve will reduce you 110 FPS. Also, depending on what kind of 8-gram cartridge you will be using, I'm using the cartridges which they use in soda water and whipped cream bottles. They are powerful, and what can I say? I had to do this because I'm shooting too hard. Also, when you're making these adjustments on the magazines, you can shoot up to one magazine and a half more than when you leave it standard. So that's also a good thing. I don't know what else I can say about this piece, except that it is a very nice replica made by G&G. I hope you enjoyed this review, and please feel free to comment and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Bye.